7 years old, visiting Zambia, Africa, where my mom was born and raised. Aside from the dusty roads and narrow walkways, Zambia reminded me a lot of my hometown in the United States. While the Pacific Northwest is often cold and rainy, Zambia's climate was dry and hot. But soon, I noticed a deeper difference. Girls my age weren't in school. They were sitting in shops or working on sideways during what should have been school time. Mom, why aren't these girls in school? Her reply shocked me. Uma, many families simply can't afford to educate their daughters. I've learned that around the world, girls don't get the same chances at education due to government decisions or cultural beliefs. I couldn't stop thinking about how different their lives are from mine. If there's no money, there's no education, that just feels really unfair. And honestly, it makes me sad. Fast forward a couple of years later, and the pandemic hit. Like most kids, I had to adjust to online school. It was frustrating most of the time, and it lasted for 2 whole years. But even in the middle of a global crisis, I still had access to education. Looking back, I should have been more grateful. Those girls in Zambia didn't have access to education, even on a normal day. Eyes opened. All girls around the world just want to feel confident and successful. While in Zambia, they're fighting just to go to school, here in the US, we're stressing about being cool. Here, social media is a big part of being cool, and I downloaded my first app, TikTok, at age 11. It was fun, entertaining, and sometimes even educational. But before long, I discovered another side of it. Soon, my feed was filled with beauty content, ads for products, and endless videos about how to fix your face. I tried to ignore it, but the more I saw, the harder it was to look away. Be that, buy this, you have to get it now. I'm sure most of us have at least one insecurity about the way we look. Mine, dark under eye circles. I've wanted to get rid of them for as long as I can remember. I'd look at my baby pictures and ask my parents, did you guys adopt me from a raccoon family? One TikTok influencer really hit a nerve. She swore that a certain magical concealer could cover dark circles, just like mine. That's when the coaxing turned into concealing. But not just on my face, I started to conceal things from my parents. One day, I did the unthinkable. I used my mom's Amazon account without permission to order that concealer. I know, horrible decision, right? But at that moment, 11-year-old me felt like this was a life or death beauty emergency. With shaking hands, I placed the order and closed the app like a criminal escaping the scene. When it arrived, I ran to the front door like it was Christmas morning. I grabbed the box, rushed to my room, and carefully applied the concealer. It was 10 shades too light, but I didn't know that yet. I looked in the mirror, excited to see the new me. And what did I see? Disappointment. Sure, the circles were covered, but it was still me. When I got downstairs, my mom shrieked, "What's on your face?" I quickly covered it up with a lie, but inside, I felt confused. Why didn't this magical concealer fix me? Then I found a new flaw. My eyes weren't special enough, my eyelashes weren't long enough, so I found a new magical mascara on TikTok and repeated the cycle. Buy, guilt, hope, apply, disappointment. I found a new lip gloss, and I ordered it, but before I even applied it, I knew I'd feel exactly the same. Just then, my mom called, "Uma, come here." I was in big trouble. "I can't believe you did this. Why?" The pit in my stomach made it hard to answer. I felt guilty. I felt stupid falling into the trap these big TikTok beauty companies and influencers set. But I also learned something very important. I'm definitely not alone. My friend Emily has poofy curly hair, and one day she asked me, Uma, is my hair crazy? I said, no, of course not. Why would you think that? She told me about this influencer she kept seeing on TikTok, someone with her hair type who promoted a product that could turn messy, frizzy, wild hair into sleek, straight, perfect hair. Suddenly, she didn't see her curls as beautiful anymore. She saw them as something that needed to be fixed. That's when it really hit me. I'm not the only one falling for these traps. These influencers are targeting all of us with ads, beauty filters, and impossible beauty standards. And the worst part is, it works. How do so many people fall into such a silly trap? The numbers tell the story. Digital Marketing Institute reports 66% of businesses use TikTok for influencer marketing. Pew Research Center reports 66% of teens use TikTok. And Forbes reports 78% of teens watch beauty or skincare tutorials from influencers. All of this leads to one major result. In 2023, $31.7 billion US dollars were generated in beauty product sales, heavily driven by TikTok trends. So no, it's not just in our heads. We're being sold flaws and sold the fix over and over again. It's not just happening to me or to Emily. It's happening to all of us. When teens unmask the way TikTok trends steal their self-confidence, true beauty through nourishing self-care is revealed. Here's what I did to solve this. First, I chose care over covering. Influencers made me feel like I wasn't enough, so I bought concealer to look better. But all it really did was hide the truth. Instead, I went to a dermatologist and found a topical treatment that made my skin healthier. Secondly, I opened my eyes. I bought mascara to make my eyes look prettier. But then I realized that these influencers are being paid to promote products, whether they worked or not. Third, I used my voice. I bought lip gloss to make my lips look nice. But then I realized how these beauty messages were impacting me, and I knew I had to help other girls protect their self-confidence too. So, if you're prone to use TikTok and feel sold on self-confidence, do what I did. Choose true self-care. That means looking for the root of the problem, not just hiding it. Open your eyes. Everything you see online isn't real. Use your voice. Your story has power. Speak up. Help others. Create change. So here's my challenge to you. Before you criticize your looks, ask yourself, is this coming from confidence or comparison? Let's start influencing each other with truth, care, and courage, because beauty isn't in a bottle, and confidence isn't in a product. It's already in you.